Hello, good evening, and welcome to Weekend News Update coming to you live from Atomic Junction, Benab House, Medina. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. We bring you top stories that have been making headlines during the week. Now, here are some of the top stories that have been making headlines during the week. Jurors declare indefinite strike over unpaid allowances. GES gets clearance to recruit 2022 batch of degree holders from colleges of education. ECG urges community collaboration to safeguard electricity infrastructure, and 1-year-old Ghanaian becomes Guinness World Records youngest male artist. Stay with us for details of the stories. Remember, we are also streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Baina TV. Moving on to our first story of the week, the Ghana Education Service has received clearance from the Finance Ministry to recruit the 2022 batch of trained teachers who graduated from public colleges of education across the country. Subsequently, the Ghana Education Service is requesting applications from qualified persons to be considered for employment. The newest recruitment exercise by the GES targets only trained teachers from the public colleges of education who graduated in 2022 with a first degree. A press release from the Office of the Director General of GES is requesting applications from qualified trained teachers who graduated with a first degree from only public colleges of education to be considered for employment. The GES further clarifies that an applicant must have completed College of Education in 2022 and has no outstanding examination or referrals, completed the mandatory national service, passed the National Teachers Licensure Examination, and be ready to work wherever his or her service would be needed to meet the requirements for consideration. A leading provider of undersea fiber optic internet connectivity, Main One, has announced the successful completion of repairs to its damaged submarine cable, which led to an internet blackout in Ghana in March. The damage, which occurred on 14th March, impacted the internet, data, and voice-over IP services of various telecommunication firms in the country.
In a statement issued on Friday, May 10, 2024, Main One commended the various stakeholders for their effort in resolving the problem. According to Main One, by working closely with regional partners, maintenance providers, vessel owners, and permitting authorities, they were able to complete the necessary repairs to the submarine cable system and has been able to resume regular operations with the utmost integrity of its submarine cable. During the period of repairs, Main One provided restoration capacity and rerouted traffic to its network to maintain the impact on its customers. The managing director of Main One, Funky Opeke, expressed the company's immense gratefulness for the support and collaboration of its partners, the patience of its valued customers, and the unwavering commitment of its workers during the outage. According to the company, the successful repair of its submarine cable signifies the company's dedication to its customers and their commitment to fostering West African digital transformation.
Away from that, at a meeting held between the Volta Regional Manager of the Electricity Company of Ghana, Ms. Christina Jato-Kalo, and the District Chief Executive of South Dei in the Volta region, a significant call to action was made to strengthen the protection of vital ECG assets within the district. Emphasis was made on the need for collaborative efforts to combat rampant cable thefts and the burning of power poles, which have been key factors contributing to some outages experienced in the region.
Addressing the District Chief Executive Officer and his key officers at the District Assembly, Ms. Jatokeleo stressed the importance of community vigilance in safeguarding ECG properties, including poles, transformers, and conductors, to ensure an uninterrupted power supply. She also highlighted the dangers of electrocution, cautioning against risky behaviors that could potentially lead to fatal consequences. She urged residents to promptly report faults and incidents involving falling poles or cables to the ECG helplines and district managers, emphasizing the importance of safety protocols during adverse weather conditions. In response, the District Chief Executive, Godwin K. Dajawa, pledged the Assembly's commitment to instituting bylaws aimed at curbing the importance of bent poles and cable thefts, thereby fortifying the resilience of the electrical infrastructure in the district. Ms. Jatokeleo further assured the District of ECG's forthcoming educational initiatives to enhance public awareness of safety measures and prevent accidents. She also appealed to the MCE and his key officers to settle outstanding bills promptly, emphasizing the critical role of financial stability in ensuring a consistent, reliable, and secure electricity supply for all residents. The collaborative efforts between ECG and the District Assembly stand as a beacon of hope, fostering a united front in the protection of ECG assets and the preservation of public safety. Through education and community engagement, a resilient framework is being forged to uphold the reliability and sustainability of the region's electricity network.
A member of the National Peace Council, Sheikh Arome Yao Shaibu, says the violent incident recorded in Kukuom and elsewhere in the ongoing limited voters registration is a bad signal for the 2024 election and must be discouraged. According to him, the disturbance has raised concern about potential violence during the upcoming December general elections. Speaking to the media in Accra on May 13th, Sheikh Arome Yao Shaibu said spilling of blood at just a limited voter registration is something that all well-meaning Ghanaians will discourage.
This comment comes after a recent disturbance during the limited voter registration exercise at Kukuom in the Ahafo region on Saturday, May 11th, which left one injured and hospitalized. According to Sheikh Arome Yao Shaibu, there is no justification for the spilling of blood that occurred during the registration exercise. He said, instead of engaging in violence, political parties must allow the law to deal with those who are violating the law, adding that his worry, fear, and anxiety has been given credence. He called on all stakeholders, including the security services, the election monitoring group, the EC, and all state institutions that have something to do with the election processes in the country to come on board and nip these incidents in the bud. The incident at Kukuom led to the arrest of the MP for Esutufi South, Collins Dauda, who was alleged to have been involved in it. Although police have granted him bail, his party, the National Democratic Congress, has condemned the arrest, calling on the police to fish out the real perpetrators. According to the party, Mr. Dauda was nowhere near the area in question and could not have played any part in the incident. It said the disturbances were instigated by thugs aligned to the New Patriotic Party.
Away from that, 1-year-old Ghanaian Ace Liam has successfully secured the world record for the youngest male artist by Ghanaian artist. The child attempted the Guinness World Records in Accra between January 18th and January 20th, 2024. This was announced at a press conference on Tuesday, May 14th, 2024, after Ace Liam received a letter of confirmation that his application for youngest male artist have been successful and is now the Guinness World Record title holder. Ace Liam's mother, Chantel Ehan, shared gratitude to Ghanaians for the support during her son's record attempt.
From the Guinness World Record, and we are overjoyed to announce that Ace Liam, at just 1 year and 152 days old, has been officially confirmed by Guinness World Record as the current holder as the youngest male artist in the world.
The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, reiterated the government's commitment towards strengthening new businesses through the YEA Business Assistance Program, where up to 10,000 businesses are required to employ 2 people to be paid an amount of 400 Ghana cedis per month. A move, he said, forms part of government's job creation agenda. Dr. Bawumia made this statement in Techiman during the Youth Connect program as part of his Bono East tour.
Bringing free senior high school education. My opponent said it was 419. He said it will not work. He said if he had 2 billion cedis, he would not spend it on free SHS. Well, we stuck to our vision and we implemented free SHS. And today, free SHS is working.
This is Ghana's Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia touting the NPP government's ability to introduce the free SHS policy despite criticism from the opposition National Democratic Congress. Dr. Bawumia noted that the free SHS policy has not only increased enrollment in schools but has also bridged the gender gap as well as improved the performance of students across schools.
We have increased the number of people, students in free SHS from 800,000 to 1.4 million students. And what is even more gladdening about free SHS is that now we have more girls than boys in free senior high school education. And what is even more heartening is the fact that today the performance of our students in the WACC exams has improved tremendously.
Dr. Bawumia, who was speaking in Techiman at the Youth Connect program as part of his tour of the Bono East region, revealed the NPP government's quest towards empowering businesses by paying those who would be employed by small businesses a remuneration of 500 cedis per month.
We are doing so much to help the business sector. And for people, the YEA is also going to be for 10,000 businesses. YEA is bringing out the Business Employment Assistance Program, where we can help people to get paid. They can recruit 2 people, and YEA will pay them 500 cedis a month to support the business that is hiring them.
He also revealed government's attempt towards reducing government's reliance on thermal energy generation by introducing about 2,000 megawatts of electricity, a move he said will reduce power costs by 15%.
We have a vision, and that vision is a bright vision for Ghana. We are going to change so much of what we are doing. We are going to move from fuel to solar power for electricity generation. We are going to bring in 2,000 megawatts of solar, and that will reduce the price of electricity by 50%.
Still on the Vice President's tour, the Gunja Land Overlord, Yangbonwura Bikunuto Jewu Swale, said Vice President and flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is on his way to becoming the president. Dr. Bawumia in the Savannah region, as part of his nationwide tour to engage with communities and key stakeholders at a meeting with the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs in Damango on Wednesday. The Yangbonwura, who is also the president of the Savannah Regional House of Chiefs, said it is possible for Dr. Bawumia to be the president of Ghana.
In a speech read on his behalf by Pembi Ura, the Gonja land overlord drew inspiration from the campaign slogan of Dr. Bawumia. He said, "It is possible for Bawumia to become the president of Ghana." The Yagbon Ura also expressed profound gratitude to Dr. Bawumia for his significant contribution to the development of Gonja land. He described the NPP flag bearer as one of the illustrious sons of the Gonja kingdom who has paid his dues and hope for lasting relationship between the kingdom. The Gonja land overlord said, "For someone who has played his part in the development of the kingdom, Bawumia should consider himself as a son of Gonja land." Yagbon Ura presented a smoke to Dr. Bawumia in appreciation of his support and contribution to Gonja land.
Your Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, you are one of the illustrious sons of the Gonja kingdom. You have paid your dues, and I believe the relationship that existed between you and the kingdom will further be enhanced. You play your part in the development of the kingdom. You are my son, and consider yourself as a son of Gonja land. May your dreams be fulfilled.
The flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, voiced strong criticism against the Akufo-Addo government, accusing it of mishandling small-scale mining sector. According to Mr. Mahama, instead of fostering support for the sector's growth to benefit the nation as a whole, the government has effectively taken control of it, favoring its allies. In Mahama's views, this approach is unacceptable and warrants condemnation for all well-meaning Ghanaians.
The NDC flag bearer expressed his concern during the third annual Transformational Dialogue on Small-Scale Mining, hosted by the University of Energy and Natural Resources in Sunyani on Wednesday, May 15. Mr. Mahama asserted that the government's crackdown on illegal mining appears to target only specific individuals rather than addressing the broader issues within the sector. He emphasized his readiness to introduce a fresh vision for small-scale mining, one that ensures equitable benefits for all stakeholders rather than a select few of party loyalists. In his address, the former president outlined his proposed strategies for tackling the challenges within the small-scale mining sector, emphasizing the importance of inclusive policies that prioritize the well-being of all. He underscored the need to create a regulatory framework that promotes sustainable practices whilst safeguarding the interests of local communities and the environment. Additionally, Mahama emphasized the importance of empowering small-scale miners through capacity building initiatives and access to financial resources. Mr. Mahama's remarks came amid ongoing discussions surrounding the future of small-scale mining in Ghana, with stakeholders calling for comprehensive reform to address issues of environmental degradation, illegal mining activities, and socio-economic inequalities within the sector.
We'll introduce and encourage technological innovation to improve capacity for coordinated monitoring of the small-scale and medium-scale mining sectors in order to reduce the environmental impact. This will include using AI to locate all small-scale mining and galamsey operations, to be able to track excavators and geofence all concessions to ensure mining operations are not conducted in unapproved areas, especially in water bodies.
Some prominent Ghanaians, including former Auditor General Daniel Yaudom Levo, have petitioned Parliament seeking a bipartisan probe into the conduct of the Economic and Organized Crime Office in the investigation regarding a stash of money found in the residence of former Sanitation Minister Cecilia Dapa. The development comes in the wake of the standoff between the state's anti-corruption agencies investigating the former minister over the stash of money.
The group, which also has outspoken anti-graft campaigner Martin Kpebu, security analyst Dr. Adam Bona, academic professor Ransford Jampo, and over 100 other Ghanaians spanning different walks of life, argue in their petition that EOCO had more than enough basis to investigate the former minister for money laundering, as she has been inconsistent and unable to provide the source over the huge amount of money seized at her residence by the special prosecutor. The petition, which was submitted to Parliament on Thursday, May 16, 2024, noted, among others, the failure to explain the source of the money should have been the cornerstone of the investigation. It also raises concern about what the group described as the deliberate refusal by EOCO to take steps to protect the money which had been seized from the residence of the former minister by the OSP. The petition accused EOCO of not acting timeously to seize the money that the OSP was returning to Madam Cecilia Dapa, as publicly stated by the OSP. The petition also said EOCO has been inconsistent with the public commentary and actions in the investigation. The OSP is on record to have stated that EOCO lacks the appetite to probe the matter despite the detailed information it shared with them.
Jurors have embarked on an indefinite strike in response to the government's inability to pay their allowances. The jurors clarified that their decision stems from a non-payment of their February 2023 allowance, along with outstanding payments of July 2023 to May 2024, amounting to 10 months worth of arrears.
In a statement, they argue that this situation has placed a significant burden on their finances, forcing them to take this severe action. The jurors expressed disappointment over the government's failure to fulfill its promise of paying in May, emphasizing that the current circumstances have made it untenable for them to continue covering their transportation costs to and from the court premises. They underscored the potential difficulties that court cases may encounter due to their absence from Thursday, May 16, 2024, as a result of their absence from jury duties. With the announcement of their strike, indictable court cases may be heavily affected since jurors will not be present for the hearings. Cases such as the Joseph Boachi Dankwa murder trial, Gregory Afoko trial, Kaswa teenage killers murder trial, among others, will be forced not to sit.
And that is how we wrap up. You've been watching Weekend News Updates with me, Sherifatu Ayuba, on Baina TV. Log on to our website, www.bainamultimedia.com, for more news. Have a good evening.